Just be cool. Just be cool. And everything will be fine. Just be cool. How you doing? My name's Ricky. What's going on? You good? You don't have to be an actor to be an actor. You know, I don't know if you've noticed this, but most of us at times in our lives, or maybe most of us on a daily basis, are acting. We're the best actors, you know. Let me explain what I mean by this. You know, when you was growing up, if ever you told your mummy or your dad, if you're lucky enough to have parents, obviously, I'm feeling nervous, mum. I'm feeling nervous, dad. What did your parents say to you? Just be confident. Just be that confident person. Or whatever. Be calm. So then what happens? As soon as you make the intention, as soon as there's intention to be, again, whether that's be calm, be confident, be cool, be sexy. I definitely can't do that, but as soon as there's an intention to be something, you're acting. I don't care what anybody says, you're acting. Have you ever noticed this? Look, let me tell you a personal one for me. I've worked in the construction industry most of my life. The building game, as we call it over here in the UK. I'm in the building game. I've worked in construction all my life, is what I'm saying. And in my early 20s, I remember, you know, there's a lot of testosterone, there's a lot of big egos on building sites. So in my early 20s, I wasn't all that confident, or I would try to, so therefore I'd go to work on a building site and I might think to myself, be confident. And I would try and be confident. You understand? And I wouldn't have told you I was acting, because none of us would say I'm acting. But ultimately, see for yourself, that's what you're doing when you're intentionally being something. So for me, I'd go to work, hey, what's happening, boys? You know what I mean? Maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration. I've never really outrightly spoken like that. But, you know, I'd be confident. I'd go to work and in other words, I'd put on this act. And you know it's an act because you get home from work and you're worn out. Not just from the physical work itself, but you're just tired of. It's tiring being that confident person. You know what I'm saying? Can anyone relate to this? Or again, be calm. Right, I'm going to be real. If you think this to yourself, I'm going to be really calm now. Is that really what? Are you really calm? Can you cultivate calmness? If there's the intention to be calm, is that not in itself an act? You know? Do you see this? So, what does it mean not to be? Do you know what I mean? Because even that old saying, be you. Just be you. But what does that even mean? You know, because what shall I... Be the image you have of yourself? Is that what that means? If I think to myself, right, I've just got to be me. I'm going to go to work today and just be me. Well, I'm this, I'm that. You know, I have this image of myself, of who I was yesterday. You know, what I'm capable of. And then I start acting according to that image if I'm trying to be me. You know, I'm Ricky, I'm this, I'm that. I think something of myself, and then I try and be that. And then the next day I do the same again. I be that. Do you understand? You can get yourself into a bit of a pickle with all this if you're not careful. You know, trying to be something. And then the next day I'm not being as confident as I was yesterday. Right, I've got to be more. You know, it's. So what does it mean to not be? Not to intentionally be anything. What does that even mean? Have you ever looked at all this? Have you ever been aware of all this going on within yourself? Trying to be this or be that? Because from the moment you're born, you're being. Surely, you are a being. A living being. When you die, well, you're not being anymore. The being that is you is gone. So you're here and being. And does there need to be the intention to be confident or to be calm or to be a great person, or do you just, you know, dissolve into a shell of a man, or a woman, if you're a woman? Do you just dissolve into the shell of a man, if you don't intentionally be something? Oh, just wither away and just turn into a, you know, do you? You don't. What does it mean just to, if we're always being, then we're acting. We're always acting. If we're always being confident, then we're always acting. And it's tiring. I can tell you, again, I've been there in the past. Trying to be confident. Be this, be that. And by the way, our parents, if you've had parents that tell you that, the intention behind them telling you to be confident is true. It's a good intention. They're not trying to mess you up, but they're not trying to play with your mind. Of course not. They're your parents. But what I'm saying is this: is what does it mean not to be, not to intentionally be anything? Because surely that's an act. I don't know whether you see this. I don't know whether this makes any sense to anybody. Bit like most of my videos. All the best. Take care.